Welcome back to our YouTube channel, guys. My name is Ardil, and today's video is a behind the sound episode on the absolutely amazing Batmobile, the Lamborghini Aventador S Roadster. We've got a phenomenal system going into this car, and today's video is all about fabrication. Fabrication of the actual custom A-pillars that we're building to house the actual Audison Thesis speakers. There is a phenomenal amount of work, so hopefully you guys enjoy today's video. But before we get on to today's video, make sure you guys at home have subscribed to our YouTube channel, because we've got a massive competition live on our channel at the moment. We're giving away a brand new PlayStation 5 as well as an Audison Prima amplifier. All the details are in the description below. However, let's get on with today's video. So there's a few key flaws from the Lamborghini Sensonum system as it comes out the factory. A couple of things is the actual speaker and component locations and components themselves. The components themselves, you can actually see that in a sound off video that we compared the Lamborghini Sensonum system to the Audison system that we're putting in, and you can actually see that side by side. So it's a really cool video. Link for that is in the description below. However, another key fault on the Lamborghini Sensonum system is speaker locations, and that's due to the design of the car, but also how they've actually interpreted and put these speakers into the vehicle. In terms of the tweeters, which is the main focus on those higher frequencies of today's video, is the Lamborghini Sensonum tweeter sits right in the far corner of the dashboard. Reason why that's not a good location on this occasion is because the actual sound waves that come out of a tweeter, those high frequencies, are very, very susceptible to actually being directional. So at the moment, they're firing directly straight upwards, hitting that glass. Because of the curvature of the glass, because of how small this cabin size is, what happens is the sound waves hit that glass and disperse all over the place. Even with DSP and correction that we can add in, it's still limiting in terms of how sound actually portrays into the vehicle. We have done systems where they do go into a stock location, so if that is something you're after, that's not a problem. However, there is a little bit of a compromise on sound at that point, and during the audio consultation, we go through all of that with you. However, if you don't want to compromise on sound, that might be the reason why you're watching today's video, but the Lamborghini tweeter that sits in the factory location basically gets removed completely. What we do is take out the A-pillar and house the Audison Thesis tweeter completely on axis, and that's what we're going to be showing you a little bit more detail in today's video. The Audison Thesis tweeter, to get it into where we get it, the reason why the dashboard is completely removed is because that's actually what's involved to do the job properly. When we're running cables, we run alongside manufacturer wiring. To access the A-pillars, dashboard removal is essential. The level of strip out that we do is essential to getting the system right. If you're having systems done elsewhere and you aren't having or aren't seeing your car in this state, what you actually need to be thinking is everything being done to the highest possible standards? To get everything to where it needs to be, this is essential, guys. The doors strip out, the floor stripping out, the seats removal, to get the sub behind the seats, all of it is involved to get a system sounding amazing. Having that tweeter on axis is gonna make a world of difference. So how do we actually put the Audison Thesis tweeter completely on axis? This is actually the A-pillar from the vehicle itself. So the factory tweeter sits around about here, directed straight up, playing directly into the glass. However, now what we've got is this custom A-pillar built. This is actually going to house the Audison Thesis tweeter directly into here. One of the things that we do when we're building this, and to get this to this stage, is basically cut a hole in the factory panel. However, the factory given points from factory to actually put this panel and remove it, like the clip points on the back, they're actually all completely retained. What that means, and the reason why I'm highlighting that point to you, is because the system is reversible. Even with the level of work that we're doing on the car, we can actually reverse a system. All we need to buy is a replacement set of A-pillars, and then we can put them back into factory location with no damage done at all. When we've got the Audison Thesis tweeter in here, to get it on axis, what we do is we cut a hole and actually use 3D printed materials in the size of the Audison Thesis tweeter, and then a curvature here to give a nice scope that actually allows sound waves to actually perform and travel into the vehicle and directed far more accurately to the driver. But this isn't guesswork. What we actually use is laser technology here. This is actually built into a 3D printed Audison Thesis shaped tweeter. So that sits into like there, and then we actually measure that and get this completely accurate into where we want it to hit. Plus, what we've also then got is any adjustments, obviously where one side has a steering wheel and all sorts of parameters inside a car, because the car is not completely even on either side. Plus, generally speaking, you've got just a driver in the vehicle, so it needs to be mostly driver focused potentially. And that's all down to the setup, and during that audio consultation, we go through all of that with you. However, once that laser is pointed where we want it, we'll actually use the processing power part of the bit tune system and tuning of the vehicle to actually allow time correction and also increase and delay speeds when each component is playing on either side. So the tweeters won't actually be playing simultaneously, they'll be playing at different speeds to move sound around the vehicle to actually give it the perfect, inch perfect positioning and listening position, and that sound stage is crystal clear. We've done so many of these Aventadors. We've done Wilfried Zaha's one. We've done plenty of others live on our channel as well. So if you want to see more about these systems, make sure you go check them out as well. But these Audison Thesis A-pillars are a very, very common solution. They actually bring it fully on axis, directed straight into the center of the car, and then we use time correction and analysis, and all via the bit tune software to allow everything to work seamlessly within the vehicle. You've seen the raw finish on the custom A-pillar build. However, that's not obviously how they go into the vehicle. These are completely retrimmed by ourselves in-house in one single piece in Milano. Obviously the material can be changed, and that's all down to, again, your audio consultation. However, Milano is a very commonly used material because of the stretchiness that it has to get round, but also one of the key things is that it blends in really nicely into the dashboard and it looks very, very stock. But obviously we've got a hole here, and that's now going to be housing the actual Audison Thesis tweeter. So then we've got the very, very special Audison Thesis tweeter. You might be noticing this little connector here, and yes, they're also both yellow, but the yellow connector here is called an XD60 plug, a very commonly used connector on a lot of our installs. The reason why we use this is because anyone that needs to remove the dashboard or access anything behind there later on, very, very rare that they would need to, but if they ever do need to, we think about these things. We put a little quick release connector on. The connector doesn't allow you to put it in the wrong way round, so you can't damage the component itself. These are phenomenal pieces of kit, and that is one reason that we're adding in layers of safety into the system for anyone else who works on the car later on. But it's a really cool, nice way to easily disconnect it rather than cutting wires and things like that. A bit like how manufacturers do. They add in connectors like this to areas that need to be removed, like speakers. They're all on connectors. That's exactly why we add them on like that as well. In terms of the actual tweeter, we've actually custom built this one, so this is sprayed black, and then we've also got a yellow top coat on it, which actually matches the interior, because this car is black and yellow inside, really, really nice stitching inside, and that's going to blend in phenomenally well with the black custom A-pillars, as well as the fact now we've got that yellow blended into the tweeter. It's going to look phenomenal when it's all finished. So we're all wrapped up here on today's video, so thank you very much for watching. Hopefully you've enjoyed today's video. There is plenty more content coming on the car, so make sure you guys at home have subscribed, but also like and share the video with friends and family. But thank you very much for watching. We look forward to seeing you soon. Goodbye.